For years, immigration was treated like a settled debate. If you questioned it, you were told the answer was obvious. It's good for the economy. It's good for society. End of discussion. But that consensus is breaking. Across the world, voters are pushing back, governments are tightening borders, and countries that once welcomed immigration are suddenly changing course. This isn't happening in one place. It's happening everywhere, and it's not for the reason most people think. Immigration itself isn't new. After World War II, many countries needed workers fast. Immigration helped rebuild economies, fill labor gaps, and fuel growth. For decades, it worked, because the scale was manageable. What changed wasn't immigration as an idea. What changed was how fast and how much. Over the last 20 years, migration surged far beyond what housing, schools, and healthcare systems were built to handle. When population grows faster than infrastructure, stress builds, quietly at first, then all at once. That's where the backlash started. If you want to understand anti-immigration sentiment, don't start with politics. Start with rent prices. In many countries, housing supply barely increased for years. Zoning laws restricted building, construction lagged, and speculation drove prices up. Then population growth accelerated. More people chasing the same number of homes means one thing: prices explode. Young people can't afford to move out. Families get pushed out of cities they grew up in. Rent eats half a paycheck. People don't experience this as a policy failure, they experience it as pressure, and pressure always looks for a target. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Immigration helps the economy overall, but not evenly. Business owners benefit. Consumers benefit from cheaper services. High-skill sectors often benefit. But when labor supply increases faster than job growth, wages stall at the bottom and middle. That doesn't mean immigrants are bad. It means economics doesn't stop working just because the topic is sensitive. Governments promised growth would be shared. For many workers, it wasn't. And when paychecks don't grow but competition does, resentment follows. For years, governments acted like integration would just happen. It doesn't. When large numbers of people arrive quickly, assimilation requires effort, language, shared rules, social expectations. When that effort is avoided, parallel communities form. This isn't about food or music. It's about trust. When people feel like basic norms are breaking down and no one's enforcing them, frustration builds on all sides. Ignoring culture didn't make societies more tolerant. It made them more divided. Crime and immigration is a sensitive topic, but perception matters as much as data. When borders feel uncontrolled, even isolated incidents hit harder. People don't ask for perfect safety. They ask for competence. When governments can't explain who's coming in or why, trust collapses fast. And once trust is gone, fear fills the gap, whether it's justified or not. That fear drives policy more than statistics ever will. Here's where things really broke. Most political and economic elites didn't feel the downsides. They weren't competing for apartments. They weren't dealing with overcrowded schools. They weren't seeing wages stagnate. So when regular people raised concerns and got dismissed as ignorant or hateful, anger hardened. This isn't about hatred. It's about people feeling like decisions were made for them, not with them. That's how immigration stopped being policy and became identity politics. This backlash isn't coordinated, it's structural. Slower economic growth, aging populations, housing shortages, climate pressure, rising inequality. Immigration didn't cause these problems, but it exposed them. When systems are already strained, tolerance drops quickly. That's why countries with totally different cultures and political systems are reacting in similar ways. Different paths, same pressure. The future isn't fully open borders, and it isn't sealed shut. It's selective. More skills-based immigration, stricter enforcement, higher expectations for integration. Not because countries suddenly became cruel, but because unmanaged systems collapsed under their own weight. Ironically, better control is often more humane than chaos. Countries aren't turning against immigration because people changed overnight. They're reacting to pressure, broken promises, and lost trust. Immigration is powerful. And when something powerful is handled without limits, planning, or honesty, backlash isn't surprising. It's inevitable. That's the real story.